can blow up nuclear bombs. I can't tell you. If you ask me anything on spirituality, I can. Sip Anak, Sip Chidanand, Sip Atmanand, and series, Sip Sanjay, Viresh, Krishna Rama, and Harshal. Sip Rajanand, Yogini, I am Sip Anand, Sip Samatma, Siva, Partiyama, Sagai, and Divine, Gigi. Sip Sukhi, Sita, Shayad, Siji. Sip Bliss, Prakash, Jyoti, Raj, Jigyasi. Sip Soham, Pix, Surinder, and many more who are joining the call. Welcome. Welcome. World is full of turmoil, and we are trying to create peace, but there is no end to the kind of chaos in the world. But we are not into that. We are into Ask AiR, into finding out what is the way to eternal happiness, what is the way to achieving our purpose. Atmanand and Raj. Atmanand, administrator, and then Raj.
Shivam Guruji.
Namaskar. Yes, sir.
Just wanted to ask, is there an age limit for enlightenment?
Age limit means what?
Let's say, we also said whatever the body takes 9 months to grow, the mind takes a few more years. So maybe I think maybe only after 13, 14 years of age, maybe somebody can get enlightened. Similarly, at the higher side, is there an, like an age restriction? Let's say beyond an age, just because the physical and the mental capacity would deteriorate, would it also create a hurdle?
I wouldn't give it an age, but I'll give it a stage. I don't think that a stage, not an age.
Okay.
So a stage where you can comprehend. Suppose today a child is 13 years old, the child doesn't understand ABC, what is God, nothing. How they will understand enlightenment? So I can't say at 13 or 14 or 15 or 16, but somewhere at a teenage, I would call it a late teens, that you're mature enough. You're mature enough. Therefore, I would safely say that it's meant for post-teens. I'm not talking about any one freak case where one person is enlightened at 14 or 16. Ramana Maharishi might have got, and he got a spark at 16. But let me tell you, it's not, honestly, I got it at 48. So if you tell me, I awoken after so much of halla gulla in life, up, down. So I think enlightenment is not meant to be just like that. I think even the Buddha should have been, I'm not sure what age Buddha was, probably in his 30s. Was he 30, 33? I'm not sure what, or 20s. But he was not young. He was not he was married, he had a kid, late 20s. I forget the age of Buddha. So my point is that you're old, same thing. What is your stage? We have Premchandji who's crossed 80s. We have people who are, yesterday a guest told us I'm nearly 80. So there are many people who are in their 80s who are on this call. But if you tell me somebody over 90, 95 years, 99 years comes on the call, how will he understand what we are talking? His old problem of his ears, problem of his attention span. So I hope you get what I'm saying. It's not about age, but Dada was 100. Dada was 100 and he was fully enlightened. He was at 100.
No, but he would have got enlightened before that, right? And he lived till 100. Is that correct?
I don't know when he got enlightened. I can tell you that he was enlightened after 75. When I met him, he was already enlightened. But I never asked him the question. When you got enlightened.
No, actually, it was a personal question for me because I heard somewhere that after 50, the probability reduces. I have crossed that hurdle, and that's why
Rubbish.
I ask.
No, rubbish. You can't, after 50, enlightenment percentage reduces.
That's what I heard, so that's why I just...
No, it increases. I think it increases. I'll tell you why. because you have experienced life a lot more. People who are in their 30s and 40s, oh, they want to experiment. They want to check out what's this. They want fun, pleasure, sex, achievement, travel, this, that. They're not willing to go into this path. So I would say I was unusually young when I got awakened at 48. I think it is normal to do it after 50. That is what I would say. Done, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Raj picks and karma.
So, sir.
So show up.
So I have three questions. I have actually many
आपने
questions.
नाम
So
नाम बदला दिया, जिज्ञा से आपने ऐड किया नाम को.
actually ये दूसरा लैपटॉप है. So maybe I have to make same name everywhere. So I'm thinking to change to Siraj, something Siraj.
No, okay, good. Siraj is a
Because
good name. Siraj, soul in Raj, very good.
so
बोलिए.
so I have many questions. So I just park only three. I will ask you.
Yes, you can start with three.
And I will come back if time permits. Okay. So
Yes.
first question is, whoever start the journey, it is first is maybe start with consciousness basically.
Yeah.
So you awaken and maybe you get enlightened, then you get liberated or you get united. So these are phases of maybe journey. So every phase may have some time frame, some kind of like once you are in consciousness, so you need to take actions basically to get enlightened. Maybe whatever you are doing, you have to be cautious what you are doing. It should be selflessness, something like this. So you do the karma. So you are still in material stage basically, not enlightened, and maybe you are not karma yogi basically. So you do karma which are maybe materialistic. So those karmas maybe should be always positive. I hope so. Once you are in consciousness, not negative karmas. So this is right journey that you are having karmas until you enlighten, and once you enlighten, everything goes because you are not mind and body. Everything vanishes. Whatever negative and positive karmas are. Is understanding correct?
No, you are telling too many things. Last point, what you said, the moment you realize I am not the body, mind, ego, I am the soul, karma vanishes. This point is okay. But you are saying some more points, or you are linking
No,
many points?
I said when you are on journey from consciousness to awakening or to enlightenment, basically you have to go through phase of awakening first. Then you get enlightened basically.
Okay.
So during awakening, you are in the action. Maybe changes within you, your behavior, whatever points we said, no jealousy or something. So you do positive karmas. So those are basically material karmas because you need to do something. You cannot just sit quiet and start.
So let me explain. So there is no time frame. There is no time. Piyu Paul, one man. Piyu, Atmanan Saraswati Paul Piyu. So, for example, Piyu Atmanan Saraswati Paul. Piyu Atmanan Saraswati. Yeah. So, sorry for this. We have a man coming uninvited with the name Atmanan Atmanan Saraswati. Okay, so that is how enlightened our what do you call these? क्या बोलते हैं इनको? Terrorist, Zoom terrorist. Okay. So now, Raj, awakening is that state where you are awakened. Whether you are in consciousness or not in consciousness, you can be awakened and then come into consciousness if you are so intelligent. But normally, the mind will stop you from awakening and being in consciousness. So consciousness is one state where हम जाग जाते. Oh, जागे क्या? मैं body नहीं. I'm not body. I'm not ego. I'm not mind. I'm awakened. अभी उसके बाद क्या कर्मा करना है? उसके बाद कर्मा, there is no need of any karma to do. But karma is to be done by everybody. जो भी जिंदा है, enlighten के बाद भी करना है, कर्मा करना है. awakened person must do karma, enlightened person must do karma. But we have to practice. I'm not using the word karma. We have to do sadhana. I hope I'm using the right term. So after we are awakened, we must have sadhana. Sadhana means that spiritual discipline till we reach enlightenment.
Sadhana
Not
is
ke,
not karma. Sadhana is not
no,
karma.
sadhana is a discipline. Karma is action.
But during awakening, before you get maybe enlightened, so you will be doing some karmas.
See, karma, whether, as I told you, karma is you have to do, everybody alive has to do karma. The wrong, let's not use that term, which it will confuse you. Please use the term which will help you. साधना क्या करना है? साधना करना है, जूम में आना है एवरी डे, मेडिटेशन करना है, अपने गुरु से कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना है. These are not really karma, these are sadhana. You must do the sadhana.
But I'll be doing some physical karma also because I'm doing duty.
No,
Maybe.
you should. So you must try to go from karma to karma yogi. That is another sadhana. That is also sadhana. I am not doing, for example, if you are doing karma right now, and your whole karma, your goal, don't mind me, please don't be offended what I'm saying. Suppose I was telling Atmanand, he knows this matter. Suppose our goal is I'm buying a new house, I'm building 3 more houses, I want to buy 4 more cars, then I want to. अरे भाई क्यों कर रहे हो ये? If you are not supposed to reduce your standard. I hope you know this point in our class. Okay, you don't have to reduce your house, you reduce your car, you don't have to go from car to bus. No. But the person who's awakened, that person is no more trying to do karma to build achievement. क्या करेंगे achievement से और क्या चाहिए? The moment we are caught in achievement, we cannot reach enlightenment, cannot be enlightened.
So I want to just maybe get more clarity. See, karma, maybe suppose I go to factory, okay. I'm
Yeah.
retired basically. I don't want to sit at home. So I want to be engaged and I want to be with the people.
Very good. Yeah.
So maybe if I do any work which is not based on my self-interest, it is selfless interest, something maybe, okay, getting self busy. Okay, you spend some time on maybe this journey also, enlightenment journey. But when you behave with the people, you try to have a good relation or make a positive impact. So that also is karma when I go every day to factory.
That's okay. You can do it. You're allowed to do it. It's not a problem. But it is not necessary. For example, if I was, let me tell you, the moment you get enlightened, you'll ask the question, मैं factory में क्यों जाऊं भाई? The question will come to you. Why can't मैं road पे जाके लोगों को जिंदगी का मकसद क्यों नहीं सिखाऊं? Why don't? So this will happen after enlightened. Till you are enlightened, you can go to factory. There is no problem. I have no problem in you going to factory. But let me explain in my own case. After I got awakened, after I got enlightened, I question मैं ये क्यों करता हूँ? क्यों कर रहा हूँ? क्या कर रहा हूँ? क्यों कर रहा हूँ? I don't need to do it. So it is not necessary that we should not. For example, we can have a cup of coffee. I gave up coffee. I know you were there in this call about 1 6 last year. I used to have 8 or 10 cups of tea, coffee every day. I gave up. Now, whenever I want to have 1 cup of tea or coffee, कभी भी पीता हूँ, कोई problem नहीं है. But I'm a master of it.
Attachment,
So,
no attachment.
we are not dependent on it. So what I'm telling you, there's no harm in going to factory and keeping yourself busy. But after enlightened, fully enlightened, you will ask the question, मैं factory जाने से मुझे क्या मिलेगा? यही time मैं किसी old man association में जाके उनसे बात करूं, मैं कोई college में जाके सिखाऊं, I will go to teach some couples. You will try to use your time as a ladi, as a divine instrument.
Okay. I understand. So till you get awakened, maybe this is path, basically.
Yeah. After enlightened, you will not do it.
Any time frame? Maybe I think there was question of age, but any time frame from awakening, from consciousness to something time frame? I don't know whether the right question or not.
ASAP.
ASAP. Okay.
See, somebody told me they want to open a business. So I told them, don't open a business. Because if you open a business, they said, I have to do something to sustain. I said, you take up a, a career where the pressure is not on you on the business. Maybe you are a consultant, maybe you are an advisor, maybe you are usme you can earn, but you are not committed to all the pressures of a chairman, of a CEO. फिर उसका pressure अलग हो जाता है. My
Sir, I
yeah.
understood. So, sir, second question is basically like today, whatever maybe we have learned, okay, whatever we do, like bhakti or puja or jap, whether how you differentiate this path and whatever maybe we are used to do basically. Suppose if you take naam japti jap or something like this, you go to temple also. How you will differentiate this path and I'm sorry, but this is little bit
Okay, I know many people may be having this question. You are asking, you're good, you're asking. Okay, quickly, let me explain to you. Bhakti is what? Bhakti is puja, part, arti. All this is bhakti. There is bhakti, karma, going to factory, going to office, going to shop, karma. Now, when we are in life, every time when you wake up from sleep, kuch to karna hai. You cannot be sleeping in the bed whole day. You cannot be eating whole day. You have to do something. So now, normally, in a student age, we learn. Then as you grow big, you earn. We learn and we earn. But we can also yearn. What jigyasi, you put in the name. What is jigyasa? We want to seek. However, in the path of spirituality, they call it dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga. They call these four different states of yoga. But you're not talking about yoga, I think. You're just talking about action. तो भक्ति करने से क्या होगा? भक्ति करने से if you have bhakti for God, it's a good thing. Who will tell bhakti is bad? Bhakti is very good. Any God, any bhakti, any arti, any mantra jap. But in this call, we try to understand what we are doing, why we are doing, what will happen bhakti, who bhakti, किसके लिए भक्ति, क्या भक्ति, कैसे भक्ति. We ask all these questions. For example, you go to a factory. Which factory? Why factory? Do I need to earn? Do I need to keep busy? How much busy? How much time? We are jigyasu in this call. We keep asking questions for every matter. So I can't give you a general answer, but I'm asking you take every subject and ask me, break it up into 10 questions and ask me today, ask me tomorrow. Don't worry about number of questions. You can ask me 1,000 questions. The more questions you ask, the better. Don't have you're allowed to ask 3 questions every time. And again, you can come around and ask 3 questions. So you please ask. Next question.
so third question. On that day you said fear of God. If it is coming as a roadblock, it should not come as a roadblock. So can you a little bit elaborate fear of God? What
A
actually what?
lot of people fear God. अरे भगवान अगर मंदिर नहीं जाएगा भगवान को गुस्सा हो जाएगा यार. अगर आरती नहीं किया भगवान को गुस्सा आ जाए. नारियल नहीं तोड़ा तो भगवान गुस्सा हो जाएगा यार. Lot of people fear God. You should never fear God. Never fear God. Because God will never be angry if you don't go temple or you don't do nariyal or don't do aarti. God, so many people, agarbatti to agarbatti. Hey, jaldi de, give fast agarbatti. God will be angry for morning no agarbatti. What is this? गलत है.
अच्छा. Okay.
प्रभु तो हमारे अंदर है. अगरबत्ती is yoga, आरती is bhakti. Prabhu does, this is a wrong. This will hold us back in avidya. We should not do like that.
अच्छा, okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Can come back again. Pix, karma, chidanand, God's will. Unmute. Pix, karma, chidanand, God's will. Unmute Pix.
Shivam, Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
Is after death Swarga and Naraka is exist, or these are the stories?
अरे आप इतने रामायण के बाद पूछते राम कौन है क्या? कैसे कैसे स्वर्ग, कहाँ स्वर्ग नरक, कौन सा स्वर्ग नरक? वेर इट इज, वेर इज स्वर्ग, वेर इज नरक? अगर
Because
स्वर्ग नरक जाना है तो कौन जाएगा? बॉडी तो भस्म हो जाता है, बॉडी इज डस्ट, तो कौन जाएगा? और कौन सा प्लेन, इंडिगो एयरलाइंस, एयर इंडिया तो क्रैश हो गया, और कौन सा प्लेन जाता है हेवन हेल को? कौन सा प्लेन जाएगा?
माइंड एंड ईगो रीबर्थ कर लेती है, बॉडी डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाती है, तो देयर इज
That
नो
is a
क्वेश्चन ऑफ
that is a that is a transfer of ignorance. That is a transfer of software. The hardware cannot go anywhere. The hardware is panch tattva, 5 elements. It is formed and then it disappears. And this is not something I am telling. आपको agree करना है, मतलब जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ रबिश बोल रहा हूँ या सेंसिबल बोल रहा हूँ? अगर नहीं तो आपको
सेंसिबल
आप आर्ग्यू कर सकते हैं। ये जो
सेंसिबल
तन है, ये दिस बॉडी कहां से आया? एक तत्व से,
सेल
it came from one cell and it divided into many cells. So this body ultimately will return to dust. Heaven and hell are a bunch of lies that people tell. There is no heaven, there is no hell.
ओनली स्टोरीज आर देयर.
ये तो ये तो एनलाइटनमेंट के लिए एक रोड ब्लॉक है. We have to be very careful. The stories, we have to be very careful. Okay?
ओके, थैंक यू.
Next, karma. Karma, Chidanand, God's will.
Shivoham AiR. I hope you're
Shivoham.
doing well.
Yes.
I wanted to, I request you to explain if Samadhi and enlightenment are same or different. If different, in what way?
No, Samadhi is completely different. Enlightenment is completely different. You cannot confuse the two. Let me explain to you what is Samadhi, right?
Mhm.
Samadhi is a state best understood when Patanjali talks about it. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So there are 8 stages, correct?
Yeah.
So what are these 8 stages? These are the 8 stages of yoga, Patanjali yoga. Atmanand will correct me if I'm wrong. Patanjali yoga, if you keep going from Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, you must be clear, familiar. Yama, Niyama is what we must do and what we must not do. And
Yeah.
and then you go Asana, Pranayama, then Pratyahara, withdrawal, Dharana, concentration, Dhyana, meditation, and Samadhi. Now, Samadhi is that state where you get lost. To me, in a state of Samadhi, you can be enlightened. In a state of Samadhi where there is completely dharana, dhyana, when you're completely in a state of yoga, in that state, ultimately, you have to, if you remain in Samadhi constantly, many times, you will get enlightened. But enlightenment is an intellectual thing. You don't need to be in Samadhi to be enlightened. You can be on the Zoom call and you can get enlightened. And you may say, I don't want Samadhi. I want to be Mother Teresa. I want to be Karma Yogi. No problem. I want to be Dhyana Yoga, then Samadhi. I want to be Jnana Yoga. I want to be in doing God's work. I want to do Prema Yoga. I want to just love everybody as sip. So enlightenment is enlighten, awakening, to wake up. And meditation will be a good help. You need meditation, contemplation, introspection, illumination for enlightenment. But they are 2 different parts. I think Samadhi is more of the Dhyana Yoga part, or what they call Raja Yoga parts.
Mm, I get your point, but actually, these are 8 limbs of yoga. Then Dhyan Yoga or the Raj Yoga or Gyan Yoga, those are again the expansions of it. So we all
No,
get
Jnana Yoga.
confused.
No, Jnana Yoga is separate. Raja Yoga, Dhyana Yoga are part of this. They call it Raja Yoga. What is Raja Yoga?
Asana is also part of Karma Yoga. I can say
Karma
that.
Yoga. No, Asana is actually not karma yoga.
It is considered part of Karma Yoga in the Patanjali Hatha Yoga. I have
Okay, you can
been
call,
studying
you
it.
can
That's why. I was
you
confused between Samadhi and the enlightenment part, because a lot of people call Samadhi as the state of enlightenment. But in my, I would not say experience, I've not reached that level yet. But in my understanding, I was feeling that it's different. So that's why I wanted to
yeah.
confirm with you.
Just to tell you, asana is often called kriya yoga. Kriya is they give you a lot of kriyas. So one of the kriya asana may be one of the kriyas. And if you go to yoga centers, they will tell you so many kriyas. Clean your nose, clean your eyes.
Those are again
Kriya,
different. Those
ah.
are again different. So,
But it's not. See, we are not talking about
yes,
something out of our subject. So leave it. So tell me,
absolutely.
what is any other question you have?
No, I just had this confusion, a
You're
little
clear?
bit of confusion. That's it. Yeah.
Samadhi is a state of highest form of meditation. You go up, 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 up in the meditation,
Yeah.
but you may not reach enlightenment. But enlightenment, you can be awakened, enlightened, but not require meditation. So both are separate.
Also, one takeaway from what you said is, you mentioned enlightenment is intellectual. So I think
Which
I
means,
get that part also. Yeah.
no, no. When I say intellectual, does not mean material intellectual.
No,
It
of course.
means spiritually intellectual.
Yeah.
You use your buddhi. You use your buddhi to become a Buddha.
Yes. I
If
got.
you use your buddhi, if you use your buddhi to become Elon Musk, then you're not enlightened.
I'll reserve my comments on Elon Musk.
No, no, I'm just
But
saying.
yes,
A lot
you're
of people
right.
use
You're
their.
right.
Lot of people are.
You're right.
Lot of people are very intelligent, very intellectual in the material world.
Absolutely. See, I think yesterday only we were discussing about intelligence and wisdom, buddhi and vivek.
Ah,
So
ah, ah, ah.
बुद्धि बहुत सारे लोगों में हो सकती है, इंटेलिजेंस बहुत हो सकती है, but
Correct.
not necessary कि wisdom और विवेक है. So
Correct.
vivek
In
is
wisdom,
required for the
yeah.
enlightenment.
Again,
So yeah,
yeah, wisdom also can be different types. Someone teacher of mathematics may be saying, "I'm very wise in algebra equations." That's a
intelligence.
skill.
Yeah.
That's a skill, right? That's a skill of a teacher. But the teacher thinks I have a lot of wisdom. So the words are used for different reasons. Okay.
Before I leave you for the next person, I had read this long time back that might be relevant in whatever is happening in the world these days. Everybody's attacking everyone's nuclear plants or whatever. So, some scientist once upon a time said that uh, creating a nuclear power resource is intelligence. Choosing not to use it is wisdom.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. I heard you. I'm not going to make any comments because right.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Thank you, Karma. Chidanand and God's will. 25 minutes for Sunday evening. Anybody has questions? Uh, 25 minutes we have today. Chidanand
Yeah,
and
sure.
God's will.
Sure, Guruji. I had a small submission to make that
Yes.
where enlightened person, whatever actions he does, in Sanskrit it is called kriya. Because moment he I-ness comes, because then he is non-enlightened. That's why it is kriya plus mama, it becomes karma. So
Okay.
actions word is kriya. Similarly, in case of samadhi and this, if your dharana is tattvamasi and you do a meditation and you reach the range of samadhi, so with that dharana in samadhi, you, as you rightly said, you can get enlightenment. But samadhi per se is not enlightenment. Samadhi depends upon what dharana you start with.
Good. Dharana again means concentration, right? What you're saying.
Yes, yes. But there is a thought in that. If the thought
Correct.
is Tattvamasi and Aham Brahmasmi, and then you start your meditation and you reach a state of samadhi means nothing but stilling your mind. Chitta Vritti Nirodha is samadhi. That is the ultimate aim of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So in that
So,
state, if your dharana is Tattvamasi, naturally when you reach the state of stilling your mind, that is Chitta Vritti Nirodha happens, you naturally get enlightenment. So
very
it
good.
is in that way.
Very good. So, Chidanand, you are expert in Sanskrit. So, whenever anybody has any Sanskrit point, I
So this
always
enlightenment
refer to.
part, because I firmly believe Miss when when I was self-realized but not God-realized, I was very much, not having this element of God realization. That means I was always doing something as I. That I, unenlightened ego was there. So Mambatva was there in the Kriya. And I believe once you are enlightened, naturally you don't take the doership. So the I goes away, Mamatva goes away, and Kriya happens for whatever reasons. You do it as Agami action
Good.
or Prarabdha action. But there is no Mamatva in that.
This time your
That's
explanation is
what.
very clear. It's not confusing. I get scared when you said in Sanskrit. Normally I get scared, but today I hope
No,
whoever was
no,
asking the
100%.
question, whoever was asking the
Yes,
question would have a lot of clarity, because what you're saying is very easy to understand. And
yes.
thank you. Thank you, Chidanand. So those who are asking about karma, he explained what he's saying. Karma, the ma in the kriya, and the ma means the me becomes karma, and then we are creating karma, right? So okay, good. It was just a submission for those who have asked questions, and Chidanand answered. I think two or three people had some points Chidanand has clarified. So we have got God's will has moved out, but he's coming back. Aham Brahma. Ahem Brahma, and then administrator, you can, if God's will is coming back, God's will. Ahem Brahma.
Shubham Guruji.
Sure.
Guruji, I wanted some understanding on Purusharth, Guruji. I was reading the books from Yoga to Moksha. So I understand that Purusharth has four pillars: Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So I
Mm.
was confused in Kama. So I basically wanted to know that when we should realize that this is enough in Kama and head towards Moksha.
Okay, interesting question. Let me explain. See, so for this is the Purushartha are the four steps of the ultimate purpose.
Yes, Guruji.
Purushartha, which means what I understand from Purushartha is ultimately we have to get moksha. You're clear about that?
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
But to get moksha, they say dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So what it means, let me explain to you. It means that we must do our dharma. Dharma
Yes.
means our duty. And in the ashramas, this is parallelly called brahmacharya. Brahmacharya,
Yes.
grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. You're familiar with this also, the four
Yes, Guruji. Yes.
ashramas. So now, the moment we are young, we learn. We have to go to school and college. Without school and college, you could not understand what I'm talking today.
Yes.
But after we learn and earn, after we learn, we have to earn, because our
Yes.
parents will grow old. Who will take care of our food? Who will take care of our life? Therefore, we have to learn and then we have to earn.
Yes.
So, in this Purushartha, they say dharma, artha. Dharma is
Yes.
basically doing our duties. We, as a student, as a brahmachari, we learn. And artha, artha means we have to earn money.
Yes.
Then kama, kama basically is lust, is desire. Kama is, different people give different um, translations, but it is either it is a desire, passion, lust, which a human being very naturally experiences.
Yes,
Whether it is
Guruji.
whether it is physical lust, or lust for power, or lust for gold, or lust for money, or lust for fame. You agree? We are not naturally we have this.
Yes, Guruji.
But they say the Purusha, since you want it from an angle of Purushartha, Purushartha means dharma, artha, kama, leave all these three
Yes.
and head for moksha.
Okay.
So the ultimate Purushartha, the ultimate purpose of man, Purush Artha, what do I understand from Purush Artha? Purush is man, Artha is purpose. The purpose of man, Purush Artha means the purpose of man is moksha.
Okay. So, Guruji,
I like to simplify it in understandable form. That's why I'm making
yes,
it simple for you. Yeah,
Guruji,
continue.
what confused me was it was written in the book that to become a monk, you have to stop passions and pleasures. And I just wanted to know that when should I know that where I should stop? Is it that
Actually, it's not about where you should stop.
okay?
Automatically, you will stop.
Okay.
Let me explain to you. It is like, when should you live up? When should you give up the step to when you're climbing up the ladder to go to the top? When you're climbing, automatically you will give up the step which is below to climb the next step.
Yes, Guruji.
Then if you want to climb the next step, automatically your leg will leave the upper step which is below.
Yes, Guruji.
These these desires of lust will automatically go because they are the lower self. As you
Yes.
climb up and climb up, you will not have taste for it. For example, sexual desires.
Mhm.
How much time sexual desire will give if our mind is not on spirituality, sexual desire can continue 60, 70, 80, it can continue till 100 years.
Yes.
But
Right, Guruji.
if you're enlightened, if you are, then you will say, what is this? What is the sexual desire? Or what, for example, money? How much money? What for? How much gold? How many properties? All this is part of karma. All this is part of lust.
Okay.
So you
So,
don't have to say how much. You ask me the question again. You're saying how much I should. If you are climbing up and you're going up Aham Brahma, you want to be Aham Brahma. Then
yes,
Aham Brahma is better or Aham millionaire is better.
I am Brahma is better.
So then automatically, if you're climbing up, you will distance. But I don't think. How old are you?
Guruji, 32.
So at 32, I don't want you to feel deprived of anything, whether it is money, name, fame, sex, anything. Don't think anything is wrong, please. Don't have the feeling anything is wrong.
Yes.
But ultimately, what I am, Rama, at 32, you're a blessed person to be on this call at 32. Not many people. There are some people in this call at 16 and 18 for your information.
Yes,
But
Guruji.
but they've come and they've gone. I don't know where. Sometimes they come. Sometimes there are many people who came. At least 5, 6 boys who came. Um, so the idea is, I am Brahma. These are the lower desires of life. They will
Yes.
give pleasure, but they will not give bliss. They will not give eternal happiness.
Yes,
I am
Guruji.
telling you from a point of view of somebody who has done everything.
Yes, Guruji.
So I am
Guruji,
not. I am. Yeah. Continue.
Guruji, right now, what I do is I live as a karma yogi. I try to live as a karma yogi. Means I believe, I understand, I realize that anything I do, any good deed that I do is not done by me, but it is done by the Almighty. So
Yes.
this is what I believe and what I realize right away. So will living like this help me to attain moksha, Guruji, or will it fulfill the 4 steps of Purushartha, Guruji? If I keep living like this,
No, both your questions are the same. Both are talking about moksha. Okay.
yes,
So
Guruji.
what if your ultimate goal is to attain the purpose of human life? If your
Yes,
ultimate goal is moksha, you have to go from awakening, being awakened to being enlightened.
yes,
Which means now in awakening, are you quite clear about what is the awakening you have got? You're clear or not clear?
yes, Guruji. I am clear about
Tell
it.
me. Remember, I told you all in 10 points. Did you make note of the 10 points of awakening?
Yes, Guruji. I had the list with me, and
What do you remember? What do you remember from these 10 points, either in writing or if you remember, or from the
I,
notes?
I'll tell you, Guruji, what I remember and what I
Yeah,
realize. I
yeah,
realize that I'm not my body. I
yeah,
realize that I'm not my mind.
yeah,
I realize that I have no religion. Means the
yeah,
25 points that were
yeah,
given.
yeah.
I don't remember
Okay,
all the points. And
okay,
the fourth point that I remember is I am the divine soul.
yeah.
So this is all I remember, Guruji, and I try to
So
live
see,
like.
because what happens is many people in this call will know. If you tell Siri, she will tell all the 10. Or probably
Yes, Guruji.
Atman has written down all the 10. So the point is, I have summarized into 10 points. I am not the body. I am not the mind. My ego is awakened. I am
Yes,
the soul. The soul is sip.
yes,
I am a manifestation of God. Every soul is God.
yes,
And I think I don't do any karma. I'm a karma
yes,
yogi. I'm free. And ultimately, at death, I will attain moksha. And which one point I'm missing, which is the point I don't know. I don't memorize these things, and I tell you all. So the point is, if you really want to go step by step towards moksha, you have to put these points which you have noted, which I have told you now, into the life, into what we called sadhana. Just now I was telling Raj, you must do sadhana in these points. Sadhana means you must practice this.
yes, Guruji.
If you practice this, no, Raj, then you will get moksha. Everybody in this call, I have guaranteed everybody in this call, if they follow A to Z of what I say, 100% moksha.
Yes,
There
Guruji.
is no condition, which religion you are, which God you follow, which occupation, what's your caste, what's your gender, male, female, what's your age. Nothing matters. I have given 100% guarantee. Anybody in this call, if you attend the call every day, you follow this call every day, guaranteed moksha.
Yes, Guruji.
But if you don't follow what these points, then how can I guarantee moksha?
Yes, we cannot guarantee, Guruji.
So it's a journey. You have to keep on the journey.
Yes, Guruji.
That anything else?
Nothing, Guruji. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, good. Sukhi, and then if anybody else wants to ask a question, we have got 13 minutes to go. As a Raj, you wanted to ask, I don't know if God's will is there. Sukhi,
Sure, answer. I bow down to
Shiva.
all the SIP in the call.
Yes.
My question was day before yesterday, you had explained on competition, which
Yes.
I understood. I had a question. How do we approach to the children who are in school or college? How do we explain them on competition?
I think it's time to teach the children that God is in all. I think we should teach children from a very young age.
Yes.
I think this is the best thing that we can do. I'm not sure that in my book, Spirituality for Children, we have a story or not. I don't remember. You remember we have a story? No? Because this is probably the book was released one before the active point of. See, why can't we tell a child that every child is God? Why should you compete? If the child says somebody I was running a race, but I because my neighbor my child fell down, I left the child and I went for the race. But he says, Mama, I did not leave the child. I came and I was putting the bandage on the child. That's the greatest thing. You won the race. I think that what was your exact question? What to teach children? What did you say?
Yeah, like school children and college children. The main thing is about competition. Now
Sorry,
the
sorry.
way you have
So
put
teach
us,
them, yeah, teach
yeah.
them that competition is bad.
Hmm.
Tell them,
How do we put?
tell them to compete against themselves. Tell them what I call better your best performance. If you got 60 marks last exam, you must get 70. If you got 70, you must get 80. Tell them to improve themselves. So keep some motivation for them to improve. But I think it is criminal. I think it is criminal to teach children competition. I think the root of all evil is there. The root of the evil in society. You are teaching children, then the children will now look at the world, this nuclear bomb, what all is happening. Is there any sense in this?
No.
Where the world has reached. Then yesterday somebody sent me this one reel. To have pleasure, somebody is gone in a hot air balloon. You all saw that? In a hot air balloon, somebody is going up. Then 20 people are burnt in the hot air balloon. So what is the necessity to put fire in a balloon and go up in the sky? I mean, common sense that gas can catch fire. I'm sure it must have had before. Again, people will forget in few weeks and months. Again, people will go hot air balloon. Again, there will be accident. We are too much satisfying our senses. Sense gratification is too much. And the competition is also part of this. This competition, Sukhi, is very bad. Very, very, very bad. But the world will not agree to what I'm saying. The world will tell, Arena, without competition. In fact, I'm supposed to have an Instagram story, but I cancelled it about how one teacher gave average marks to all the children in the class. But it was more a funny story. But I probably will do it one of these days. But in Zoom, competition. If I was to teach a child today on competition, I would tell the child not to learn, not to compete. All right. I hope you get my point, because
Yeah, yeah, I got your point.
if you're teaching competition, what you're teaching?
So that's what you said, that improve yourself. wherever you are lagging, you can
But if
improve
you're
yourself.
teaching, if you're teaching
Rather than
competition, what are you? If you're teaching competition, what are you teaching?
no, then they are competing, and then it's because of the mind, then they'll be miserable.
No, you're teaching duality. No, you're teaching duality, me
Duality,
versus
yeah,
you.
correct.
We should not. You should not teach any form of duality.
Yes.
If you want moksha, if you want enlightenment. Okay, 8 minutes to go. We
Thank you,
have
sir.
Jatashankar, Sachiv, Bliss, and Meenakshi. 4 questions. And administrator 8:55, you can put everybody's hand down. Because if administrator, you don't put the hand down, then no meditation. At 8:55, whoever hand you can put down. But now we have got, not now, only at 8:55. You don't need to put hand down now. Jatashankar, Sachiv, Bliss, and Meenakshi.
नमस्कार सर।
Namaskar, bolo sir.
सर कंपटीशन पे ही बात करना था कि आजकल जैसे कॉर्पोरेट्स में हम काम करते हैं तो हमेशा कंपटीशन ही होता है। जैसे कि अभी अप्रेजल में, या हम बचपन पे जब पढ़ाई करते हैं तो इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में एडमिशन के लिए हर जगह कंपटीशन ही होता है। यहाँ तक कि पेरेंट्स भी कंपेयर करते रहते हैं कि उन्होंने गाड़ी खरीद लिया, अपना घर बना लिया और उन्होंने इतनी सारी चीज़ें अचीव कर लिया, तुम क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हो। तो एक तरीके से ये सोशल प्रेशर क्रिएट करता है। तो मतलब इसको किस तरीके से हैंडल करें। मतलब स्पिरिचुअल विजन में ठीक है कि हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, बट कहीं ना कहीं मतलब ये चीजें प्रेशर करता है।
सोशल पर्सपेक्टिव में हमें जीना है, फिर मरना है, फिर जीना है, फिर मरना है, फिर चक्की पीसना है। तो करते रहो चक्की पीसना। जटाशंकर जी, अगर हमें एनलाइटनमेंट चाहिए, हमें प्रभु चाहिए, हमें मकसद चाहिए, तो ये सोशल बातें हम सोशल बातों में कैसे फंसेंगे। सोशल बातों में बोलते चोरी भी करना ठीक है पेट भरने के लिए, तो ठीक है चोरी भी करें। I lost you, Jatashankar. Piyu, have you muted him? Unmute
नहीं,
करके बोलिए।
चोरी करना ठीक नहीं है सर।
नहीं, तो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, नहीं प्लीज डोंट, आप गलत मत सोचना मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ। आज के जो जमाने में है, हम संसार में, कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ में हम कंपटीशन करते हैं, कुछ कमाते हैं, कुछ घर बनाते हैं। जटाशंकर जी, एंड में क्या होगा?
एंड में तो हमें सब छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा। जैसे अब हमारी शरीर ही, जैसे हमारे पास हमारी शरीर है, क्लोजेस्ट थिंग, वही हमारे पास नहीं है, तो बाकी जो बाहरी चीज है,
तो
घर या उससे जुड़ी हुई चीज है, वो कैसे रहेंगे हमारे पास।
तो मतलब ही नहीं ना बस,
हाँ,
कोई मतलब
लॉजिकल
ही
बात।
नहीं।
जब हमारी
ये
शरीर ही
सोशल,
हमारे साथ, हमारी साथ, हमारा शरीर ही हमारे साथ जब नहीं रहेगा, तो बाकी बाहरी चीजें कैसे हमारे साथ रहेगी।
तो शरीर भी हमें छोड़ना है, लेकिन शरीर तो प्रभु का एक मंदिर है, उसके लिए शरीर का टेक केयर करना।
जी जी।
हाँ, मैं एक गाने में मैं लिखा हूँ कि हूँ मैं तो मंदिर मेरे प्रभु का, हूँ मैं तो मंदिर मेरे प्रभु का। मैं प्रभु का एक मंदिर हूँ, तो
जी
उसके लिए शरीर का मुझे देखभाल करना है। लेकिन ये नहीं कि मैं किसी और से कॉम्पीट करूं कि मैं और सुंदर दिखूं। मैं कैसे मैं अपना हेयर डाई करूं, और कैसे मैं प्लास्टिक सर्जरी करूं, और कैसे मैं स्मार्ट दिखूं, और 4 बार शादी नहीं 10 बार शादी करूं। तो इसमें मिलेगा क्या, अंत में क्या मिलेगा?
कुछ नहीं मिलेगा सर।
तो वी हैव टू, अंत में मुक्ति पाना है, मोक्ष पाना है, ये हमारा पुरुषार्थ
जी
है।
जी सर।
थैंक यू। सचिव, ब्लिस एंड मीनाक्षी। Sachiv, Bliss, and
Shivam
Meenakshi.
Guruji.
Shivam.
Guruji, my daughter has a question. Actually, she asked me that when is AiR is going to write. She asked me that when is AiR is going to write another book.
Right, what book?
Kids, for kids, for kids. She has finished the spirituality for kids. So she wants to know that when is the next book is coming for kids.
No, I want to write a book on competition, and that children can read, but obviously parents will have to help them. Maybe, I don't know whether I'll write the book. I want to study a little bit more on competition before I write. Maybe
Yeah.
in 1 or 2 months, I will. Sometime when I get an idea, I try to process.
Because I've already started to teach them, you're not a body, you're not this ego, you're not this, you're not the mind. So they've learned this much. They're clear now. So
Yeah,
I
but
want to engrave this very clearly in them so that by the time they grow up, they are clear about this path.
but you can't rush them. They will take few years to evolve. At that age, you cannot do any shortcut. So as I told just now, till they finish their teenage, it is wrong to it brainwash them into spirituality. They must grow on their own natural way. Otherwise, they will think spirituality is a brainwash. Should not do like that.
Okay.
Let them naturally grow, let them mature, let them see the world, and then they should take an exit. I don't believe that somebody should
Turn
take an
back.
exit. You should not take an exit without tasting samsara. You should taste samsara and then take an exit.
Right.
Thank you, Bliss and Meenakshi.
Hi, Shwayam dear, Shwayam everyone,
Yes,
lovely
yes,
everyone.
yes, Bliss.
I would like to know something. Why the karma we have cut and the life change and the karma reborn in another body? What the meaning of this? It's just
Okay,
because the me and the ego?
so let me explain to you. So are you only body?
No, I'm not only body, I'm mind and ego also.
So your body, hardware,
For
plus
now.
software, mind and ego, plus power supply, which is soul, correct? So
Yes,
human computer has got hardware, software, and power supply. Agreed?
yes, I'm agree.
So your question is why that when the body die, why the mind and ego come back and have karma and it goes on and on, correct?
Yes,
Is
because
this.
some people die very young and others die very in old age. So
So please,
I don't understand why the meaning of this, and because the mind and ego and the karma reborn in the new body and new entity.
okay. When you're in the Zoom call, how many people you know in the Zoom call? At least give me 5 names whom you know. Five names you know in the Zoom call.
Very, I know many.
Tell me 5 names.
I know Rekha Parwani. I know Yogini. I know Shiva, Vanita. I know also Ashok Shotwani. I know many.
So how many people you know? About how many people?
All the name I don't remember all, but I know many here.
Yeah, but there are not many people, right? Are there many people?
Yes, it's many people, but it's
No,
one.
it's only one SIP. No, it's not many people. Everybody is SIP.
Yes, in
Now,
one.
now, this whole idea to realize everybody is SIP, this whole concept to realize everybody is SIP means this samsara, people must come, people must be born, people must learn, people must experience, and people must die, and again people must come, and this cycle, this going round and round and round, if it is not there, how we will realize SIP?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
what you are
understand.
asking, what you are saying, it's a method. It's a method that we are using to realize SIP.
It's only a method. Okay, we clear some karma, and after we come back with a new,
Yeah.
a new meaning and everything. So we have to do some
But
job
what?
and everything
But
to
what if? But
understand
what?
better.
But what if we are enlightened? Then what happened to karma?
But I don't have any karma if I am
And
enlightened.
then what happened?
I have to gonna to die and and
And
merge
after
to
dying,
God.
yeah, after dying, what happened? You become one with God. That's all over.
Yeah. Yes.
That is that is the reason karma, just to go round and round and round.
Just run around and round. So it's because of this, people die very young and in some country.
Yeah, because of karma. Because of karma, some die young,
It's
some
just
some very
only
old.
because of karma. And
Yeah.
it's not because they get enlightened because they die more younger.
No, no, no
No,
getting
it's not.
enlightened. No, no, no.
No. Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Last
Thank
last
you.
question, and then 3 minutes meditation. Meenakshi, last question.
Shubham, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
bolo.
So, sir, you told about hot air balloon kind of thing. So, I just wanted to know, what is your opinion about the people who want to experience the like, there are so many things, paragliding or the bungee jumping. There are so many things which people are doing. So, is that
Hmm.
okay? Or like they want to
See,
experience the nature, okay, from the above, in the sea. So, there are so many things.
understand there's a risk. For example, I went scuba diving. After I went scuba diving one time, it is so dangerous to be under the water with sharks. I didn't go again. I decided I will not go. I went skiing one time. I realized it's very dangerous to do skiing. I gave up. I think we should use our buddhi, and we should not do anything which is, for example, walking in the road. Okay, nothing wrong in walking the road. Of course, some car may come and hit you, but you will not stop walking in the road. You must try to reduce the risk element as much as possible. Keep on reducing the risk element and use minimum risk elements.
So, hot air balloon is also one kind of experience which
I
people.
realized today, I realized today it's too high a risk, too heavy risk.
Hmm.
Because you know what happens in hot air balloon? You're in a basket and there's
Yeah.
fire. That means if any wind blows upside down, you can get catch fire. What is the escape route?
So there is
Now,
nothing wrong in experiencing, but considering the risk of everything.
yeah. For example, today we go by plane. Plane also has got risk, but we have to travel now. We have to
Yeah.
go from place to place. How will you travel? I'm not saying you should have a fear of death, but I think we should only do what is necessary and low risk. We should try to avoid anything high risk.
Got it.
And we should not, yeah, and we should not have too much pleasure. We must not be pleasure driven after a particular
Uh,
point. For
got it.
example, I love paragliding. I stopped going paragliding. I used to go a lot of, I've done 20 times. I don't do paragliding.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Let us do a 2 minute meditation, and minimum 2 minutes, maximum 5 minutes if there is more time. If administrator closes the call 8:55, then 5 minutes. Otherwise, 2 minutes. But 2 minutes is very good. 2 minute meditation. First of all, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Get all your sense organs in switch off mode. Stop looking at the TV, cricket match, uh, Iran versus USA news. Shut off everything. Stop eating for 2 minutes and get into a mode of silence, of stillness. Meditation can be either guided or it can be just complete silence. For example, at 4 o'clock in the morning, if you get up, just wake up from sleep, wash your face, sit quietly and observe your thoughts. Don't let the mind wander. Be in awareness, be in consciousness. If there is any sound in the background, ignore it. Maybe it's raining. Let it rain. Maybe the dog is barking. Let it bark. Don't start thinking about anything. This practice of stillness, this practice will help you in contemplation, in introspection, ultimately in realization. Just being still. And sometimes you may use just a mantra to help you. Today, for 30 seconds, let's use the mantra before we close. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Rub your hands. Try to close your eyes before you. With your palms, try to press your eyes before you snap out. And continue to be in the stillness for as many minutes as you can. I will see you tomorrow at 8.